let's do this. What was the first question? It was about George Floyd.
Yeah. So, have you seen George Floyd's murder?
Yeah, absolutely. My thoughts on it is, I mean, it's really upsetting when you see someone in a situation, any person, black, white, doesn't really matter the color of their skin. It's hot outside, like it was so unnecessary, the extent of what happened and how long it happened. Like, why is it necessary for you to do that, to hold someone in that position? No, I mean, imagine yourself being like stepped or kneeled on the back of your like neck for 8 minutes. Do you think that's comfortable? Do you think at any point that you could have changed your position to because he might be resisting or whatever it is that you feel is, you have to put so much force on some person who's lying on the ground, obviously saying, I can't breathe. Like, are you listening? Are you even caring at all? Where is that sense of humanity? You know, these people put in these positions are supposed to be people who are to protect us and to keep us safe. And you have those same people taking advantage of that sense of power and authority and using it for their ego, for whatever thing they're trying to fulfill to prove a point. You know what I mean? Because it was just an unnecessary thing that didn't happen. But what's unfortunate is it's not like surprising. It's not the first time something like this has happened. It's just maybe the first time that somebody got a video long enough for you to witness how ridiculous that something like that could happen and is happening. And it's eye-opening for some people, but it's more like a repetition for a lot of other people, because it's just like we're tired of seeing the same kind of mistreatment for people of a certain skin tone. It's, why do you have this innate fear to treat somebody so different? When you see time and time again, other people, I see white people do the most ridiculous, like resistance, beating up, hitting officers, and I don't see them getting shot. Sure, maybe there's a case or two, but it's the majority of the time. There are more people of my people who are getting this injustice because of this deep-rooted stigma and this deep-rooted fear that has been in America for so long, and everybody wants to act like it's brand new, like it's just something that happened overnight. And I know that some of it is ignorance. That's fair to say. Not everybody just means to be that way, but there's some of it where it's just like this volatile system that people play into and take advantage of. And it's just sad to see someone's life, like, where are you so disconnected from yourself and from love that you can't see the value in another human being, is what I want to know, you know, because it's sad and it's heartbreaking. And I'm sad that something like that had to happen for people of other races in our community to see, like, wow, this is a problem. It's frustrating. It's sad because so many lives are lost regularly. So many people are trapped in this system, and it's terrifying. And they don't understand what it's like to be put in a position where you're fearing for your life constantly. Like, there's an innate fear. I have it for cops. I don't know that I'm going to die, but I feel more scared of the police than I feel comfortable being around them, because I feel like my life is more in danger when I'm in the presence of the people who are supposed to be protecting me. And it doesn't make sense. And we really need to address it. And it's a big thing. Like, it's a bigger problem that we have to solve. And there's a lot of deep things that we need to kind of just discuss and make aware so that we can heal past that point. Because, you know, it shouldn't have gone that far. It was unnecessary. It was so unnecessary. I've been doing protests and like lying out on these hot ass streets on the ground, face down for 8 minutes. Bro, after like 30 seconds, I'm like, I literally am like, my heart is beating so hard. I'm like pulsating sweat from my forehead. And I'm like, nobody's sitting on my back. I don't have a whole extra 180 pounds of person pushing me down onto this hot ground where I'm breathing in hot air barely. So I can't even imagine what it's like to be fearing for your life, fearing fearing for your, like, because you don't, people can say whatever they want about what happened, and it's upsetting when people try to take someone's life and justify the reason why they can be murdered. It's not your job to say when someone can die and what it is, what kind of person gets to just be murdered, you know? Because I see a lot of that going on. It's all like, oh, well, he did this. He wasn't that great of a person. Da, 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 da. Why does it fucking matter? He could have been like lying on the street, homeless. He could have maybe fucking punched the cop. That doesn't mean that he deserved to die, period. And you don't get to make those kinds of calls or decisions. You are not God. You do not get to decide that somebody's life is any more valuable or less valuable than yours. We all bleed the same blood, okay? Like, I'm over it.
Thank you. And as you should be, as we all should be, it's really
articulated well, because I'm just like blah.
No, I think that's great. I think stream of consciousness and like letting it all out is like the best thing to do. There's a lot of great things in there. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And then can you speak more about like where you were in the instance, like when you first found out about George Floyd and like everyone else's compounding reactions, like you personally?
You know, when it first happened, not to say that I didn't think anything of it, I didn't realize the kind of like effect that it was going to have, because it's happened before. Things like this have happened before. Just we kind of like outlash in a way, like this is ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. But I've never seen all of this like coming together. And I honestly thought it was one of the most beautiful things. And it sucks that it had to be at the end of somebody's life. And I think that a lot of what happened is because there's like this big shift in the world, obviously, like with, you know, C Void and everyone kind of being at home and during like this quarantine. And there's just a lot of, I think, this stuff that when life kind of slows down, it all kind of like starts to fester up a little bit because you're not as distracted by everything else that's going on, you know, just like on that survival mode. And you have a second to sit and think, and you're like, you know what? A lot of us are just fed up. A lot of us are just fed up. And it's like, we have the time, people have this, like, I don't know, I really don't know what it is or what caused exactly specifically this event to cause this like cosmic shift for everybody to like start to join in and see. And maybe it's because of the situation was more, could get people to see someone as like a person instead of just some thug or some criminal person who was doing something, you know, and really starting to speak out on it. And I think that a lot of white people speaking out on it too has a lot to do with it, because sometimes when it's just us, it just kind of gets looked over like, you're just complaining, you're just like, bah, 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 it's not a big deal, not a big deal. But when white people go, no, 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 this is a big deal. This is a problem. And we have to fucking address it because it's getting ridiculous. Like, we just can't let people keep dying because this idea of a person is less than or more scary than or not as worthy as the other, you know? And it takes a lot of, it sucks because a lot of what I'm experiencing is, especially with white people, they feel this like innate guilt for some reason. And I guess I understand it, but they try to like play it off like it's not a big thing, or they also just try to be like, well, I didn't do it, so therefore it's not my problem. I didn't cause this stress onto you. But it's just by having that arrogance to be like, I didn't do it, therefore I can't help you. Like, we're supposed to be a community. We are people. And the fact that you wouldn't come together for your fellow person, like your friend, your family, distant maybe, is just, it's sad. But it also opens your eyes to see where there's this huge disconnect for people of races, like where there's this huge disconnect for people, like white people really being like, I just don't understand how that's still a problem. And it's like, because you're not faced to deal with it every day of your life. You're not faced to deal with people side-eyeing you or feeling that pull away because they're afraid that you might I don't know what people think is going to happen when they see me, but you can feel it. It's nothing that I can really explain. It's nothing that I could even prove in a sense, but you just know. And it's a feeling of discomfort and a feeling of not being accepted. And Black people for so long have had to overprove themselves and overly adjust themselves to make white people comfortable. And again, even in a situation like this, I have to downplay my history and my experience to make you feel comfortable. No, absolutely not. It's not going to work anymore. It hasn't worked. And yes, there has been progress. Like, people like to think that racism just died in like the 70s or the 80s, not really having this realization of how many or how long it took for certain places to segregate, how long it took for people to be able to get married, how long it took for us to get equal opportunities, you know, like, and it's still a constant struggle, especially with the younger generation. And I'm thankful for the younger generation, because I think that they're the ones who are more like, maybe it's because we've all come together a little bit more in this like younger generation, like, you know, it's in a way kind of weeding itself out, because racism is a taught thing. Nobody is born just hating each other. None of us are born hating each other. It's not real. We're born into love. You know, we're born with this innate ability and instinct to like love and give light, and like all of those things that we're doing with each other, like that's a taught thing, and we have to address it so that we can teach better moving forward. And then we have to talk about it so that people who have been suffering or thinking this type of way can maybe have a different perspective of what's going on. And it just starts with a conversation. I don't think it starts with violence. I don't agree with anyone being like aggressive or aggressed. Like, we need to sit down and have a real heart to heart, even if we don't agree on everything. That's not the point. The point is we're all people, and we should be able to communicate and try to come to a common ground with one another. You know what I mean? Like, we're all different. I'm not asking you to change who you are. Same, like, you shouldn't ask me to change who I am. I respect you as a person. You should be able to respect me, where I come from, how I speak, what I do. As long as I am respectful to you, it really shouldn't fucking matter. You know, I kind of like went all over the place with a lot, but there's just like, oh, excuse me.
Good.
It's just so much. There's just so much, and it expands out past this one incident and this one moment. And I think that I really want people to understand that it's an expansive, this is just like a lead up. This is kind of like the cherry on top of the colossal sundae that is the injustice in this, in America. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we have to, you know, and I think it's time we just take a little spoon and like, you know, like, okay, let's taste that. That's not very good. We should fix that sundae, because it's a shit sundae. We need to update this. We need to leave it out in the sun, let it fucking melt, and like build something better. It's a weird analogy.
and it gets the point across. Especially if you tell people, like, you know, racism, it's like eating a shit sundae.
It's like
you don't want it, right?
Sunday. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
So funny. But what was the question?
You got it. It was so like how like you personally, like, what was the
Oh yeah.
witnessing,
I just like went off. I was like, I don't even remember where I was supposed to stop.
No, man, it was all great. I'm glad we have the shit Sunday now.
Yes.
It's so good.
Sunday. Need some new flavors, y'all.
For real. Tired of eating the shit.
I'm tired of eating this shit. Literally.
So, can you tell us about how you feel seeing white people talk about this movement like it's new? You sort of touched on it. I did
sort of touch on it. Like I said, it's kind of frustrating at the same time as it's like, I don't know if it's, because for me, it's kind of like I'm so used to adjusting myself and how I feel to accommodate white people. Just gonna say it.
Yeah.
But like when I see them talking about it, it's like I want to be really like, oh no, I get it. But also I'm like, no, I don't fucking understand how you don't see it, what bubble do you live in? I really want to know, like, does certain news only reach us and like certain news only reach you? Do we watch different channels? Like, are we on different planes on Earth? Because how can you not see it? And maybe if you're not out in it, or maybe if you're only surrounded by a bunch of white people, or, you know, depending on your community, or I'm not sure who's teaching you. And some of it is, you know, I blame our country, because I don't think that they don't teach enough about it, but they do that because they want to downplay what happened. They don't want to make a big fuss of what happened. It's kind of like why revisit the past? The past is the past. But it's important that people really get why we're fucking pissed off, why it hurts so much. It's deep rooted. This stems back from way before now, you know, and it's a progression, sure. But for you to completely not acknowledge it or to understand it, how could you expect to understand why we feel so strongly about why we're so upset about what's going on? From everything that we've come from and been through as a people, as one soul people, as just a Black person. And I'm not speaking like any other races didn't have like their shit, you know what I mean? But like Black people specifically, especially in America, they fucked us. Like they used us to build this entire fucking country, and then told us that we were not as smart, that we were less than human, 3/4, okay? We are not a full person. You go from that, and then you have, it's irritating, honestly, at this point. It's irritating, and I try to be very understanding, like, I get some of you just don't know, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you. I think that you need to educate yourself and understand why an entire race of people are so upset in 2020. Because yeah, when people are like, it's 2020, this is ridiculous. I fucking agree. It's 2020. This shit is ridiculous. But I also know that the reason we haven't made certain progresses is because people want to keep that. They don't want to see the success of the Black people. And it's insane how trapped in this weird fucking system Black people are, you know? And I know what we need to do to start to fix it. And we have been. And that's what's great. And I think that 2020 is showing a lot of progress, but it needs to keep up. I think a lot of the times we start it, but there's like not as much follow through into these movements. And I think that the conversation, needs to keep happening between like you and I, between me and my white counterparts. And I think that, because when they asked me what they can do, I was like, you need to talk to your white friends. You need to talk with your mom and your dad, even if they don't agree right away. But you should be able to be like, you know, it's not cool. Like, what if, put yourself in somebody else's shoes for a second. You wouldn't like that. You wouldn't agree with that. In fact, y'all would fucking burn the world down if somebody did that to one of y'all. And like, I see it when something bad happens to one of y'all like march in the streets, and it's totally fine. It'll just be like an insignificant, like nothing, like that person's going to be fine. It wasn't even like that lady who got arrested for her, or I don't know, it was like she was opening her hair salon or some shit, and like they were upset that she got sent in jail because she just didn't want to apologize to the Black judge. She just refused to do it. She didn't feel that she needed to because of her privilege, because of her whatever. And people fought for her and made a big whoop and sent her all this money and all this support because she made a decision to try to take care of her kids. But So many people in our community are doing exactly the same thing, are in jail for 5 years, you know, in jail for however long, getting stuck in this system that doesn't allow them to constantly progress, to take care of themselves, to take care of their children, you know? And it starts, especially with Black people, us recognizing what kind of control there is, especially when it comes to money, when it comes to business. That's why I think it's important. Now we're starting to realize like where our power lies, like putting money back into Black businesses so that Black businesses can put back into our communities, because we need to start building back up those places. But everybody needs to get on board with this, you know? And I just think we need to talk about it. We just need to keep talking about it and keep healing from it. So it's like, I'm not mad. I don't hate anyone for the decisions that were made before me. I'm not blaming white people. I will be upset though now if you realize it and you just sit there complacent like it's okay. So I forgive people for not understanding, even though it's 2020 and it's frustrating that you don't get it. I'm forgiving and I'm understanding. You know what I mean? But like, do something now. Be aware of it now and make a different choice. What can you do? Think about it. Not like you specifically, but
yeah. Subjective,
everyone. And fuck it, man. We just need to like love each other. I'm all about the like love. Like I'm all for uniting everybody through love. My slogan is there's still work to be done, but we have to unite as one, because like we can do so much cool shit. And it's already like, you can kind of see it. Like when people have this mission and we have this drive to do something for the greater good, you can bring people together. It can be done as a collective, but we have to believe that, love ourselves enough to know that our showing up and our making a part in this is the thing that is going to make the biggest difference, you know? So I'm hoping that this sense of like community and togetherness stays, because for so long I think that we've been separated and fighting each other because of the ways that the situations that we've really been subjected to, you know, because Black is beautiful and Black is amazing and Black matters. We've contributed so much to this country. It's only fair that now you recognize that and give us the fucking love and acknowledgement that we deserve as a people who are here in America, because we're Americans too. And it's heartbreaking to see all these white people feel so strongly that we don't deserve anything, that our claiming that our life matters means that their life doesn't. And our claiming that we deserve certain things means that they can't have those things. It's not this like, if you don't get to have it, then, or sorry, if you have all of it, then like none of us can have it. Like for you to gain, we have to lose. It's not a thing. It's a really shitty mindset that they have, you know, because we can all win and we will all win. I believe that. Period. I'm a rambler. My mind is wow.
No, man, it all follows. It all flows. I promise. Okay. You're sounding great. A lot of like great points are hitting there, and I'm enjoying listening to you. So.
I love it. I love that we can talk about it, because it's always so taboo, and it's so, before it was just like you can't even like make those kinds of claims or accusations without completely offending someone. And it's like, well, this conversation isn't going anywhere because you're being completely defensive. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even like, not saying you, I just want to talk about it, because if we don't talk about it, it's not going to resolve itself. It's not just going to fix itself. We have to talk about it. I'm sorry, everyone that feels uncomfortable about race, but we have to talk about it. It's okay. It's okay. Differences are okay. They are a thing to be embraced. It is beautiful, but that goes for everybody. And I think that once we start to embrace each other, I think there'll be a deeper sense of love for themselves and white people. Maybe they'll let go of all of this guilt. Maybe all of this guilt is what keeping us from making this progress, because you just want to feel guilty, but you don't want to do anything because you're afraid that makes you a bad person. or something for allowing it to go on for so long. It's okay. We're humans. We all do shit. But now is the motherfucking time. Now is the motherfucking time to fucking let's do this shit, okay? Let's do this shit. Let's fucking do this shit. We got this. It's all love. And I love being able to have conversations now. Even I had a conversation with this guy. He has a weird mindset about it. Not that it's wrong. It's just, you know, what he thought, even about the George Floyd situation or other situations. Because his response to me, he was like, well, maybe they need to respond differently. And I had to ask him what he meant by that. It's like, what do you mean? He's like, you know, maybe he needs to like respond differently. And he puts his hands up and I'm just like, what do you mean when I was like, I'm asking you what you mean when you say that. And he looked like he was like nervous to answer. And he's just like, you know, maybe they need to change the way or that you respond in those situations. And I had to look at him. I was like, do you think that people are just out marching in the streets because somebody brutally did something to somebody and now he's dead? I was like, he was just lying there. And I was like, but still, that's not the point, because we have rights as people to really do whatever we want, but it's really in a police position, it's not their job to decide whether they can just shoot you because they want to. Like, they need to actually, it should be a self-defense thing, not just a, I was afraid that he might or that he could. You can't fucking shoot somebody on a possibility. And I had to explain to him, he's like, I don't get it. I was like, if somebody decides that they are scared of you and they fear you, how they react in that situation is going to be different than if they're going into it with somebody who they do not fear innately. I was like, there is the stigma that some people have an innate fear of Black people automatic. It doesn't matter if they did anything or not. There's just like a fear. Like sometimes you'll see them and just be like, oh, because of like whatever subconscious in your brain is all like, you have the association that Black people are these like angry, aggressive, scary types of people. So you make an opinion or you make an assumption and therefore you choose how to treat that person based off of that. You know what I mean? So if you're like, oh no, I know from my experience and from what I've seen all my life that this type of person is very scary and aggressive and could harm me, then yeah, you probably would just like shoot them thinking that they might harm you because you already thought that. You didn't go in thinking this person is innocent until proven guilty. I don't know anything about this. I can't prove anything about this. I will act accordingly as though this person hasn't done anything completely wrong until I can really prove that he's done it, or he's really putting my life in immediate danger. But there's still other things that need to happen before you fucking pull your gun out. There's like a list of shit that needs to go down before you pulling your gun out. Like how many instances are there really where it's all like, no, we have to start using our guns because people are getting crazy and we're losing a lot of officers due to this. It's not a thing. No, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And if otherwise, isn't there a fucking system in place to take care of the injustices if somebody decides to do something stupid to you, like run away or do whatever, you know? There's system in place to take care of that, right? So why is it your choice to just go and like fucking shoot somebody? Even if he fucking stole your car, I don't care. That's his consequences. He will have to suffer the consequences eventually, okay? But you don't get to just like in his life, unless he's immediately doing something to you, like self-defense, I get that. Sometimes I like to plead it and I'm like, but where was the danger? Where is the line between like my life is in danger, I have to protect myself, and like, you know, I'm an officer of the law, these are the protocols, this is what is necessary before we take the drastic step of ending someone's life. And it should be like, it should matter a little bit more. Like every time you got to kill somebody, that shouldn't just be like a knocked another one off today. I don't really know what cops think. I don't know a lot of officers. I'm just kind of like, it just has to be different. But also we as a people need to put people in office who have our same viewpoints. So just like I was telling my people, like we need to go out and vote. We really do. We have to start using our voice in a way to like change the system that's at play that's already against us and put people who are of our like mindset in there. Do I know that that's going to make the change because the system's kind of fucking corrupt anyways? I don't. But I like to believe that, you know, America, whatever we claim to be, that we can make these kinds of changes by using our voices and by speaking up for what we really believe in, and by having people who believe in what we say and applying that so that we can actually see change in the people that we're hiring and putting in these positions, to the people who are making the decisions and making the laws for us to be safe, you know? And I think that I think that we can really do some really cool shit. And I'm excited to see. I hope that I see it, because we started off with something awesome, and it was just like a lot of unity, a lot of togetherness, a lot of fighting for something bigger than us, you know, as a collective, as a whole. The world is like fighting together for something beautiful, and I think that's amazing.
It is. It is. It's hopeful for sure. Okay. And then the final question is, tell us a story about when you first discovered white people treated you lesser than, or did you always know?
You know, I'm trying to think. So I don't think innately I really understood racism. I had to kind of, for my safety, it was more of something that was, it's talked about. It's like, you have to be careful because you're not the same as everybody else. You know, my mama taught me that, you know, like I have to be careful because I wasn't thinking anything of it. You know, I was born into love. I see all people as beautiful people. I have a lot of white friends, Hispanic friends, people from all over the fucking world. Like, I love people. I think people are beautiful. I love that we're all so different. I love that we can like learn from each other. So initially, I never saw race as like a thing. It wasn't until like I started getting older where I'm kind of like more on my own and really able to see just the way that people reacted to me. And maybe in a way I had always kind of like sensed some of it, but I don't think that I was really aware of what I was doing. Like that, you know, like the way that I speak, for example, sometimes it's like I never really noticed how often I'll change the way I talk when I'm in front of a white person. Like, but you know, it's kind of like it was more like you had to, so that they wouldn't fear you, so that they could understand you, so that you didn't make them uncomfortable. I wasn't registering all of that until I was like older. I can't really say exactly when, you know, probably more like middle school, high school. I mean, I'm aware of like race, but I don't really think of how it affects me until I'm like out in the world, you know, because like in school, you're just with your friends and everybody loves each other. And, you know that like Black people and white people are different, but I don't think that one person is any less than the other, or like how severe the problem was once you get outside the walls of your comfortable little cot, you know what I mean? Like, and just walking around in public, you would kind of start to feel the disrespect almost, or just the way that you would see somebody treat somebody, and then you walk up and then they're just like a completely different reaction, like less than, like da da da. And I find myself always, like I said, having to overly do something to make somebody feel comfortable, and eventually they'll give in to me, is what I'll say. Is eventually they'll kind of go, oh, this is like an okay Black person, or like this is like a, she's one of us. You know, I got this a lot, and it was like people always thought I was white, or like acted white, or sounded white, which for my entire life I have had to like fight and go, what do you mean when you say that? Like, what is that? What is sound? What is white? I don't understand. Like, I speak English, like that makes me sound white? I guess so, but it didn't make sense. Or how, or okay, so in or like in high school, like I was never just a pretty girl. my white friends were like, oh my God, you're like one of the prettiest Black girls. You're such a pretty Black girl. You are so beautiful as a Black girl. And it always bothered me because in my mind, I'm like, why can't I just be pretty? Why can't I just be beautiful? Why am I only beautiful within the limits that I am Black? Why is that a thing? You know, so it's like all these little things would happen and you're like, it really didn't make sense in my mind. I'm like, what do people think? Like, we're all people here, aren't we? What does any of that have to do with this right here? And especially like going through high school, I would just start to think more and more about it, like where even white people don't see how they say things to you, realizing I'm like, that's a little, kind of not like necessarily racist. You're not like saying I'm a bad person, but you're putting me in this like category, in this box, and you're separating me so much from you. Like we're not the same person. Like you're a person, I'm a person. We all go to school here, doing the same shit. You know what I mean? But I'm Black. That's the difference. That's it. That's the only difference here. But somehow it matters so much.
Yeah.
You know. And even I've experienced it, like as I've gotten older in job situations with bosses. I've experienced it in stores with people just like checking me out. As a waitress, dear God, I've experienced even more because I'll walk up to a table. It's baffling to me sometimes how people can just be so disrespectful, even if they don't go, you know, to you. It's kind of like don't make eye contact. Hi, how are you doing today? I've literally had somebody look over me, like they won't look me in the eye, or they'll like look below me and they'll talk to me, but they won't look at me. What is that? And it's like I always, or they make like a judgment about me, and I spend like 5 minutes of my time trying to make them feel comfortable enough at the table, you know, so I can take care of them and get them what they need. And it's kind of dumb that I have to do that, like, because I don't see that a lot with or I'll even see like one of my white whatever drop food off and they'll like engage or say something and I'm just like, what is your fucking deal? Like, did I do something to you? Did I fucking go out of my way to just like make you feel so whatever? And it's so annoying. I just roll my eyes. I'm just like, all right, whatever. You're going to have your opinion about me, you know? But it's annoying. But there's also people who aren't like that, you know? Like, I've had a table full of people who I thought were going to make me very uncomfortable. They were like, make America great hats again, like, very, like backwood white. You know what I mean? Like, they probably still hate me white. I was nervous, but they ended up being one of my coolest tables, you know what I mean? And I was like, this is why I don't judge people right away. Like, I'm sure, like, all right, I'm like, you know, I'm kind of like seeing it like this could be one of those situations where I'm just like, hi, like, let me try to beep bop boop to your feelings. And why can't we just have more of that? Like, maybe they still hate me at the end of the day, but they treated me with respect. They laughed with me. We still had a good time. Doesn't mean you have to go home with me. That doesn't mean that you have to come visit my place. You don't have to get in my car. You don't have to buy from me. You don't have to do all of that. But you just treat me with respect. Like, it's really not that hard. It's not. I just don't think it's that hard to just treat people with the same respect that you expect to get from somebody else. Okay? But it's weird. It's really something that I can't even explain fully because I still experience it now, you know, just like if I'm walking through a store and I notice that a white woman noticed me and she completely changes her demeanor. She gets like closer to the side or holds something closer to her or just feels the need to like absolutely escape, head down, like don't look. It's like flight or flight mode. And I'm just like, I'm just coming to get some paprika, like chill. Like I didn't even notice you until you did all of that. Like, relax. God, it's so annoying. You know? It's just, and it's always just like subtle things. Even I have a boss now who doesn't even acknowledge me, won't talk to me unless he's fucking drunk on the job. When he does talk to me, only references things that are Black. For some reason, he thinks that's all I know. And also has to make these accusations like he has Black friends to make me feel more comfortable, I guess, so that I don't think that he's a total racist. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But he's like the boss. So like, the way that I get through work is I don't talk to him. I don't engage with him, because if I do, I'm gonna have to lose my fucking job, because I just can't stand it anymore. I can't stand the disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, you can only be disrespected for so long before you just kind of want to fucking slap somebody in the goddamn face. You're tired of it. You love yourself too much to like keep letting somebody walk over you. Yeah, that's what that is. You know, when you love yourself enough, you stand up for yourself and you say, no, this is enough. This is where I draw the line. I'm not tolerating it anymore. That's what I feel like what's happening right now. Everybody's like, you know what? I love myself. I value my life. I am important. This is enough. I'm done. I'm tired of it. I've had enough. That was a good kind of like realization there. That's cute.
Yeah. It was cool watching you do that. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That was our last question, but do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I mean, I don't think so, because I think I kind of like rambled on through the questions, because it's just
Gotcha.
I'm so passionate about it, you know, and like, I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. I'm not a fucking expert, but I am a person with an experience that I think matters and is valuable to what is happening here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to have all of the answers to know that this is a problem. I don't have to be an expert to speak up and say, you know, what I think about this situation. And so I'm really glad to have this conversation and do these types of things, because we all need that. You know, we need that sense of just people having an understanding, coming together and really wanting to make this change and make this difference, and in a calm and not like funny way, but in a way that we can like really take light to, not take light, but put light into what's happening, sort of, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm really thankful. I'm really blessed, and I'm praying, and I'm keeping hope that we keep moving. You know, like, this is not just an overnight fix. This is a long process. You know what I mean? But there are things that we can do now to make the situation better. And at the end of the day, we all have to come back to that place of love. We have to come back to that like togetherness, that wholeness, because there's such a disconnect in the world. And until we remember that we're all part of this wonderful, magnificent thing, I think that we will continue to struggle. So that being said, that's kind of all I got.
No, it's cool. It's great. You're great. And thank you again. Gosh, I know that it can't be easy right now, or hasn't been easy. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you a lot for just taking the time and talking to us. We're all trying to like acknowledge what we haven't done, take the steps.
Yeah.
You know, and just speaking personally for me, like, I think POCs, like myself, like I'm Latin and Native American. I'm just like, I've always viewed it as like, oh, well, I've got my shit, you know? And so now, you're right, it's like really, really nice to see everyone come together because, you know, we need to lift all of our Black people up in
Yeah.
order for all of us to grow, you know?
You know? And then I think that it goes to show that when you can do something like this, like, then you can better advocate for other people even, you know, like other people, other problems. Like when we as humans become in distress, we can fight for something greater, you know, like that's awesome. I think that if you start to realize that we have that kind of power to change, like once we get to the realization like something like this is so important and does matter, then there's a lot of other situations that we can change and fix too, because you won't be looking at it the same. You'll be like, wow, damn, that's so wrong because like that's one of my brothers. Like we love each other. Why would we ever treat them any different too? You know, like whoever it may be from all other races. Cause like, you're right. Everybody has their shit. You know what I mean? Like we all come from some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's life is perfect. Nobody's saying that it has to be perfect. We're just saying like, acknowledge us, hear us. We're sitting here fighting for a system and trying to fix a system that we didn't create, you know? And that kind of sucks that somebody did this to you and now it's our job to go back and fix something that was in place to go against us. Like we didn't do that. You know what I mean? But we have to fix it though, because nobody else wants to and nobody else will because it's not affecting them. You know?
Yeah. Devon, you know Devon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've been talking a lot and he's awesome and amazing. But one of the things he says just like, cool, so this has been a quote unquote Black issue for the longest time, right? So now what are our white counterparts gonna do? You know, because apparently you're still not gonna listen with a Black voice. So now we have to make it like a quote unquote white issue in order to be heard. When I
Mm-hmm.
said that, I was like, fuck, that's,
Yeah.
you're right,
See?
you know?
You know, it's like it sucks. That's why I was like, it sucks when you alone we can't because nobody's going to fucking pay attention to it. They're just going to downplay it like they have all throughout history and make it seem like a lesser than significant moment, you know. But when you're white people, when your family and everybody starts uproaring, you're like, well, let me look at this. What's actually going on? Like, why are they out there fighting for that? Because they're not even Black. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
let me tune in. Let me see what's really going on. But I feel like it's our duty as people to like protect each other. You know what I mean? Like if you see somebody being fucking beaten up, like maybe you don't intervene, but like do what you can to like help the person. You're just gonna let them like die there. And I mean, some people will, but I wish that we realize like that's not cool. Like yell, call the cops, like do something. And it's like fucking cops. God damn it. Why you make it so hard? I want you to be there to protect us, but then sometimes it's like, for me, you don't want to call the cops.
Yeah.
And that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, for real. That's their literal job, you know?
That's their literal job. And I'm like, don't call the cops. We don't like, because somehow I'm going to get blamed for this. What? You have to think about that, though. You have to think about that. And that is fucking stupid. That you have to have that thought process, you know, about situations. It's like, who am I supposed to fucking call for help? Because the people are supposed to help me want me trapped in fucking jail to make them more money. They want to reap the benefits off of my culture and my flavor, my taste, you know? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Black people are too fucking bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's leave it off on that.
Hell Yeah, dance it out.
All right, cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm gonna
Get
do like. Fuck yeah. I'm awkward.
Same. Every day.
Yeah.
Embrace it. Embrace the awkward. Embrace
For
the
real.
weird. It's the magic.
Hell yeah, man. All right, well, thanks so much again, and hopefully after all this COVID stuff, on top of all of it, gets done, then we'll all like hang out, finally
Yeah,
see
for
each other face to
sure.
face.
I
Yeah.
know. I haven't seen y'all in like 12,000 years. So much so that he was like, "Do you know Nyoka?" I was like, "Yes." Do you not? We all went to school together. It wasn't that long ago. Like, fuck, how old did I get? Shit. I was like, we've all hung out to get Brian, for real. He asked me if I knew you, and I was kind of offended. I was like,
What
did you ask me that? How do you think you know me? Do you remember? Do you remember any? No? Okay, just me. That's fine. I remember you guys.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Dude, and I was like, for real though? Yes, I know who she is. I'm so upset.
You know what? I'm offended though that he wouldn't think I'd know you either. I'm like, what the hell?
My feelings were hurt. I was like, damn, am I like, did I not show up?
No.
Did I not hang out with you guys? I thought I was there. I thought we were all there. There was a time. There was a simpler time.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what's funny? Just to throw in an anecdote about that. Every time I order Zalat pizza, I always think about you and Mindy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I remember someone else was there. I think it was Andy too. And Jill.
Jill.
Yeah, we got a Zalat pizza and we were on a time crunch to go watch some show. I don't remember. And we got like 2 pizzas and like piled in the car. And that was such a fun day. And like every time I order Zalat, I just think about that.
Think about that. That's so awesome. Those were good times.
Yeah,
Good times.
simpler. Yeah. Adult sucks.
Yeah, as you get more adult, you're like, what the?
Damn, everything's so serious.
Everything's so serious. Like, what? We're gonna have fun. Just relax, guys. Still get it. Life, nah. Let's go back to being kitties.
Yeah. I like that. Provide for me.
Right? Take care of me. Oh, man.
All right.
But,
wow. Yeah. So, yeah, whenever this apocalypse is over, we'll definitely like have a big party or like a community picnic or some shit.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
It's like, I'll cook for y'all. I love cooking.
Yay, that'd be fun.
Hell yeah. I love feeding people. It's one of my little joys.
Me too.
Yeah. They're like, are you sure you want to cook? I was like, no, trust me. I want to do this.
Exactly. Same. You
like,
get it.
I'm like, do you like it? Do you love it? Do you taste the love that I put into that? Because I put a lot.
Right. The worst is like when they're eating and they're silent and I'm like, you hate it.
Right. Hello? Say something. I'm like, oh, good. I'm like, yeah, I fucking knew it. Yeah,
exactly.
Just wanted to hear
it. Eat my love.
Seriously, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Well, I'll let you get ready for work because I know you have to go soon, right?
Yeah. Boo. I don't want to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to either.
Sorry,
before you go, the tidbit about your boss, do you want me to take that out or leave that in?
No, fuck that guy. I don't care.
Okay, fuck yeah. Awesome.
He fucking sucks.
And he sounds like a prick.
Going to leave. We just had an altercation with him like yesterday between like, you know what? It was just like he he's so disrespectful to me and like my fellow Black coworkers. And it's so like not obvious, but to us it's very obvious. The differences in the way that he talks and presents himself with certain people, and the way that he talks and gives off the energy with others. You know what I mean? Like, and so many times he's just like outwardly gone out of his way to kind of just be disrespectful and kind of throw digs. And one time I got at him, I was just like, that was unnecessary, and it was very disrespectful. And he had his whole like little mannerisms about it. And then eventually was just like, because another manager said something about it. And in fact, I learned that he was upset that she didn't like stand up for him because he was in the wrong for coming out of the blue to kind of like give his little statement or whatever. And then me just be like, what are you talking about? Like, I just got here. I haven't even walked in the building yet, and you're already like crawling up my asshole about something that you don't even have anything to do with and is not your position. Like, why are you talking to me? You know, like, why do I, and it makes me feel so aggressive because I love people, but this man, oh my gosh, just makes me crazy. And even just with like one of our like Black chefs, the way that he was treating them and the whole situation and how it fell out, you know what I mean? And how he wanted to basically just, you know, go out of his way if he didn't do what he wanted him to do to make his life more difficult, to make it harder for him to get a job. You know what I mean? Like, why? And maybe just at the core, that's just the kind of person that he is with all people. But I've just noticed it specifically with myself and my other Black friends that I work with. Just, I get acknowledgement if there are other people around. It's almost like a show. Like, you've seen me 5 other times today and you could have spoken to me. I've even tried to be the bigger person and I'll say something and he just won't respond. And I'm like, I know your ass fucking hurt me. Hey dude, how you doing? All right, cool. Cool. I see you. Don't expect shit from me though, because I'm not. And if he crosses me, I'll fucking tell his ass, because I'm just fed the fuck up.
Yeah,
white
fuck that guy.
White arrogance, all this power. Ooh, girl. No more. And even like the type of stuff that's happening right now, it kind of like gives me permission to finally be like, you know what? Actually, this makes me uncomfortable. I don't like when you do that. I'm gonna start telling white people, like, please stop touching my hair. That's not cool. It's 2020. I don't just go up and grab your hair. You would think that was weird. Please stop. Why do I have to have this conversation?
God, I hate that.
It's so weird. They just...
Ew.
6 feet, bitch. Like, what are you doing? Get out of here. Over it. So many weird things happening, okay? I just want to feel comfortable in my own space. Leave my bubble alone.
For real. You have that right. Back the fuck up. Oh my God, that would annoy the shit out of me.
Thank you. It would annoy anybody. But this is like a general, like, me and like the whole community of Black women would really just come together and be like, look, enough is enough. Stop touching my fucking hair. If you like it, cool. If you really want to touch it, ask like a normal person. And also, please stop asking if it's real. If it's on my head, it's mine. I don't ask you if your face is real. I don't ask you if your hair color is real or if your hair is real, and I don't go running my fucking fingers through it, because that would be disrespectful. That's a woman. Come on. Get it together.
You know what? You'd think they'd know. Because that would never be my natural inclination. Be like, oh, look, I like their hair. Let me touch this. I'm like, what?
Why do you even touch any woman's hair? That's almost like a sacred, like, this is like purposely put there. Don't fuck it up. Like, stop. No. What is that? I don't know you. Strangers do this. People at my table do this. People will just... they will just go for it. They just like, because they just feel like they can. They don't mean to. They just feel like they can, so they do it. It's fucking weird. It's weird. I want to do like a video reel of like, what if I just went up to people and was like, oh, I like your hair, white people, and just start like running my fingers through it. I want to see their faces. I want to see how they would feel. They'd probably be like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Actually would be great. I'll film you.
I actually think that would be really funny now that I'm thinking about it.
That'd be badass.
That'd be really good. I'll put that on my list of projects.
Yeah, probably have to wait until all this.
When the world,
because that's a whole other thing.
I don't want to get fought out here in these streets. You feel me?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's funny. Well,
all right. Well, yeah.
Here's that hour and 14-minute interview.
It's all great. You know what's funny is Brian's gonna edit this, and we have the tidbit of like, "What the fuck, Brian? Why didn't you?"
Right, like, oh yeah, that's You're gonna be like, yeah, Brian. What the fuck, dude?
So wrong.
Come on.
Like, I still don't get that.
I'm pretty sure I was closer with Nyoka than I was with you, so
I'm fucking positive about it, actually.
I'm 100% sure, actually. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm tired of you treating me like an outcast. Okay, I was part of the group once. Fuck.
No.
I still deserve love.
It's funny.
It's great. It's cool. I love it.
Me too. All right. Okay. Well, you have a great rest of your day, man.
Thanks, Queen. You too. Like, sending you love and blessings. I hope that you have a wonderful, prosperous day, and that your mental and everything is wonderful and lifted, especially during these crazy times. And know that I got you. If you ever need anything, I'm here too. An open vessel of love and acceptance. It's all good in the neighborhood.
I love that, and right back at you.
Literally
anything. Love you so much.
I love you too. So yes, thank you so much for even doing this, like asking the questions and just exploring the idea, because that's another part of it. Like I said, it's the talking about it. It's the really getting it out and figuring it out so that we can be better. We're all learning.
Yeah.
We're all learning at the end of the day. We're all children fucking figuring it out.
Yes. Just overgrown.
But we do the best that we can.
And for real, it's like literally the least I can do. So
yeah.
Appreciate it.
So I appreciate you. I hope that I was able to offer even a little bit of gem.
You offered a lot, I promise. Yeah.
Situation. Because I know I ramble a lot. I get excited.
Oh, it's all relevant though, so don't even worry about it.
Right,
and I do the same thing. That's why I'm like, you're good.
I love it. All right, well, I'll let you go. I need to go. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go serve all these white people.
Especially now. Fuck them. Just be like, here's your stupid...
My turn! Sit down!
Sit down, and then you still give me your money.
And you still give me your money. We're just going to sit here. We're going to talk. All right?
You're going to shut up and listen.
You're going to shut up and listen. Now, thank you for $20. Thank you.
Perfect. All right, next.
Next. No, you can't eat, sir. So, we're out of chicken. You're going to have to go down the street. All right? Get up. Next. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go because I could do this all day. This is bad.
Oh, same. I'm enjoying it. But
I'm enjoying it too. I'm just like, this is fine.
We're just hanging out. Having a good time.
Yeah, we're chilling, we're vibing. It's cute. But
Yeah,
it was so great talking to you,
you
experiencing
too.
your energy. You're fabulous.
You are.
Thank you. And again, have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you, girl.
Yeah.
All right. Love you.
Love
We'll
you
talk
too.
soon.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll let
Yeah.
you know like when this all goes out, and we'll let you see
Okay.
it first too. So
Cool. I love it.
Ooh. Okay.
Yay. All right.
Bye.
Bye.